Hello, hello, hello. And damn, it feels good to be an emperor. Welcome. I'm doing this shortly after the end of the season. To thank you all for watching. I finally got emperor, if you didn't see my posts about it. I ended rank 573. At points 3,558, I believe. So now I'm done. Not with videos or anything, or EpicSeven or anything like that. You don't have to. I'm not retiring. But I no longer have to climb, and that is the biggest weight off of my shoulders. So this is my account review of my account. So I hope you will join me. The first unit I want to show off is my Frida, who will be used in this season. She's right here, and that's probably where she'll be for most of the season. I do not plan to use her, just like I do not plan to use Ahmed, and I do not plan to use Brigitte, Baguette, whatever her name is. They're just not my style. They're too, like, niche. The only thing that I can think of for like Frida that I would want to do, because I'm not a cleaver and I'm not a Mage Luna abuser, would be like soul burning Ravi's S1. Like, that was the first thought that came in my mind when I saw her. So maybe I'll build her for memes, but she'll stay there for now. Anyway, we're gonna do this really quick, because most of these units aren't super relevant in today's meta. There are 3 specific units that I want to essentially thank. They'll probably be in the thumbnail as well. I don't think I could have ended where I did without them, so they come with a high recommendation from me. They may get worse in later seasons, they may get better in later seasons, but they're very, very useful. And I will make note of them when we get to them. But for now, we'll just go through like we usually do. Abigail, she's great, very niche, doesn't see too much play, but she's useful when she wants to be. I hope to get to play her more. Benimaru, I rebuilt him after I watched that Kiln video recently about him. I hope to be able to use him more soon. He seems pretty good into all of the DDR, extra turn, knock wall, etc. nonsense. Because essentially his power is forcing them not to press buttons, and that is a very strong ability, as we will see by one of my top 3 units on my account. He's also a Sagittarius, which I am also, so I have a kinship for him. Sirmia, PvE. Ed, he shows up every now and then as kind of like a panic pick. Not a panic pick, but they have a lot of debuffs on their time. He's still good, but he's less relevant nowadays. Not bad by any means, but less useful. Holiday Euphine, she's fine. Don't have her built. See her every now and then, but you know, there's better units out there for what she does. Young, don't have her built. Jacko, took away her gear. Not a cleaver. Ravi, almost 30k HP. I love my Ravi. She does big damage. She's very strong. I hope she gets a skin, because she needs it, because she is mostly leg, as you can see, and her model really needs an update. So I hope for a skin from the World Championship in regards to that. Sheltier, again, very niche. She essentially cut Aiden out of the meta just by existing, which is great. She's also very good into teams that have little to no AoE, because she'll just stay in stealth, injure down big HP units, kill squishy units. She's pretty good. Probably my my favorite unit out of the collab. Soul, he's kind of good into Genoa. He is still Soul, but we'll see more of him, I'm sure, at some point. Roz, don't use. Cecilia, she is stuck in PvE land. Charlotte, I I get to use her again. There's so much strip and control in the meta currently that she just also, knackle. But she does not counter knackle. She may crit knackle, but knackle will just counter salvo and be back at full HP and you're dead. So, Ilanov, Lalias, I have her built. I don't use her, but she's a backup like Lua counter, I guess. Doubtful, but, could happen. Winter, she's good every now and then into specific units like Galalias, stuff like that, but you typically have to outspeed them, and mine's not fast enough to do that. So Genoa, I'm not gonna dwell on what this man does, because he does a lot. He kills a lot of things very dead. You don't need me to spell out how incredibly powerful he is. He's busted. Very good. Sheron, I don't use him anymore. They're just better anti-cleave picks. Bihu still has a place. I still love using him. But again, he's very niche, like a lot of the other units that I've mentioned. Hopefully he'll get to see more play. Kana, PvE. Elagos, don't have him built, don't have the speed. Elfelt, don't have her built, don't have the speed. Knockwall, she is my middling speed Knockwall, because I don't like using her, because I like to have a fair back and forth with my opponent, as opposed to preventing them from doing anything by resetting their skills. It's not a play pattern that I'm very fond of. Summertime Assyria, don't use her anymore. She's still just cleave. Veronica, don't use her. Festive Edda, I hope to use her a bit more, since I'm kind of in the control space now. She's a very good control unit. I underestimated Magic Bubble Maker because I did not know that it had a chance to stun, and that's ludicrous. Venom also is massive. Venom and stun is crazy. Even decreased speed is pretty good. Unhealable is but, and that's not including do I have her molded, actually? I do not. I should do that. I was wondering why she never did anything. Let's just do that now. First of all, we'll do you. And all I want is the welcome to my feta stream. I hope you like cheese. I have so many catalysts. This is fine. Okay, don't need the extra damage. And I just need to get up to 10% extra effect chance. There we go. Much better. Okay. Yeah, she's pretty good. I'm excited to use her a lot more this season. She came out a little late to really be too impactful, but she's not bad. I don't know who this is, but I hope she gets an ML someday. Mercedes, I still have her built like she's always been built. She's still just so iffy, even with her new buff. I couldn't tell you what her buff was, but iffy. Milim, she's still good into stealth units. I still like her into Arya hilariously to get everybody out of stealth. But my build's, kind of strange, so she doesn't see too much play, but I'd love to use her more. Polly, very good. If they have a lot of non-attack skills, mine's kind of a mesh between damage and some bulk on Abyssal, just for those lucky procs on DPS that have no ER. Yeah, I like Polly. Why? It always feels like the music is so loud, even though I know it's not. Researcher Carrot, she's fine. I prefer Bihu, but she's fine. Roy, nope. Tenebria, nope. Acades, she's PvE. Kizuna I will be back. I love this unit so much. She will be back. Trust me. Shuna, no longer any gear. Tamarin, PvE. Shu, she's missing a boot. Oh god, what is it? A crit chance boot? You want speed, crit chance boot? Do I have any available for you? She's fine. She can be okay into what's her face? Oh god. I forget her name. Yeah, sure, why not? Ravi. Yeah, she's pretty good into Ravi, but not very much else. Lethe, she did get a couple of plays later in the season for me. She's pretty all right now. You just have to be wary of injury, as you always have to be with these HP scaling units, but not bad. Luna, PvE, Rem, no shot. Sigrid, I gave her someone's gear and I don't remember who. Oh, I think it was Jacko's. Well, now she's wearing gear. Teu, also pretty okay. Does decent damage. Not the scariest person in the world, but he does have his place. I'll probably use him every now and then in the upcoming videos, but pretty good. Not bad. Karina, again, don't need to really explain Karina. She's very good. She punches things very hard. And yeah, she's a beast. Brieg, I love Brieg. I hope to use him more. He's just such a pain. He's such a pain in the ass. I love him. Yeah, hopefully we'll get to see more Brieg in the future. Crow, don't have him built. Summer Charlotte. I always want to use her, but it's hard to. It's hard to use Summer Charlotte if you're not a cleaver. Hi, Evie. Hello. My cat says hi. Come on. Jump up on the bed. She's not going to jump up. Oh, she jumped up on the bed. Good girl. She's coming to snuggle with her dad. Hello. Come on. Come on. Lay in my arms like you usually do, you silly cat. Ah, there we go. Why are you wet? She was at her beach house. Next up, Coley. Oh, God. She's the next unit I have to use for my continuing series of first picking every unit in sequential order. So I'm not looking forward to that. Surely she's good into Genoa, right? Surely. Elvira, she has her place, but as a specific counter to like 2 units, she's kind of limited in where you can use her. But she does shut them down pretty okay. Not so much Knackle or Abyssal because they'll just keep countering and then you're dead. Corinne, nothing. Kisei, nothing. Pyra, I gave her gear back to Flitica because at 311 speed, she could not outspeed anybody in High Champ. So I wanted to die, so she doesn't have gear anymore. Ran, hate him. He's only good for taking from cleavers and then putting behind ML Senya. Wyvern, Bivus is okay. Now that I ban Knackle, she doesn't have too much of a place, but she's not bad. Cerise, PvE, Lua, nope. Riza, no. SSB, PvE, Yuna, no. Arya, she's still okay. She still has the same build that I used to have. Decent ER, decent damage, okay speed. She's just a pain. She does a lot of damage. Not bad into like SSV type things. Because she can chunk them down pretty good. Edda, don't use. Fairy Tail Tenebria, don't use. Famir, don't use. She's just another control unit, but she disappoints me more than all of the other control units that I use, so. Lulica, beautiful as ever. PvE. Ahmed, don't like her, don't use her. Momo, don't use her. Diane, PvE, don't use her. Elena, don't use her. Amelia, don't use her. Alencia, I haven't gotten a chance to use her quite yet, but I did put her on injury. Maybe I'll test her out this season. Does this increase? Okay, it does. I haven't gotten to use her this season, but I'll try her out against some Laias during the season. Now that I no longer have the weight of Emperor staring at me, I'll be able to use her. Orunka, I hope she makes a comeback. She's so good. I love her so much. She just needs help. The Immortal Wukong. I'm missing 0.8% crit chance, so I will never hit anything ever. Again, I'll get to use him more. Once you get locked into the high champion, low emperor area, you really can't mix up units all that much. So he didn't get to see a lot of play, but I'm excited. Laia does not need an introduction. She's just very good. She's powerful. She cleanses everything. She dual attacks. She pushes up. Her S3 can kill almost any unit in the game. She's great. Lilibet, I don't have her on reserve gear. I used to have her on reserve gear, but still waiting for the day that I can use her more often because I do love Lilibet. Rimuru, he takes buffs. He does damage, question mark. He never steals the right buffs from Goliath, so I don't use him all that much. I'd rather just, strip Goliath and kill her. Euphine, don't use. Zahak, don't use. Albedo, pretty not bad. I do have mine on an effectiveness kind of build to be able to strip and unbuffable hastes. Because if you can kill someone while he's unbuffable, he doesn't get his thing, and then he's just an S1ing machine, which is still enough to kill everything, but at least he can S3, I guess. Armin, don't use. Charles, don't use. Mort, he's missing gear, but he's still Mort. Senya, it's hard to bring her while Ravi exists, but she's not bad. But it's hard to use her nowadays. Christy, ungeared her. Yolha, I miss you. I miss you so much, Yolha. Politica, again, pretty okay to use. I just don't. She's not my playstyle, if that makes sense. Hopefully I'll get to use her. She's just mediocre, which is sad. Here we come to the first of my units that definitely 100% helped me get to Emperor this season, and that is Celine. Her buff is so good. It may not seem like much, but stealth on S1, 2-turn stealth to begin with, is crazy good. Because now they can't just, people would just like S3 with Celine, and she'd get pushed up, you take an attack, and then you just kill Celine before she does anything. But the biggest thing about her kit is the 10 souls that she gets from her S2. Being able to S2 possibly kill a unit and then soul burn S3 and absolutely kill a unit is so good. I wish the rankings were up at the moment, because she definitely had appeared in about 800 of my matches this season and had a winning percentage. I think she was 53% win rate, which was the best out of all of the units that I've used this season, which is crazy. She's so good. And mine's not even at max imprint. Like, she can get 12% more attack, which is ludicrous. She'd hit like 4.4k or something. She's great. I love her. Sleepy Ant kills people. It's great. Sid, PvE, Midnight Gala, Elias. I just have difficulty using her because mine's very slow. It's disgusting to look at 245 and be like, that's too slow to do anything. But it is. So she just dies, or she doesn't kill anything. I have trouble using her. Doesn't mean she's a bad unit. I just have trouble using her. Violet, don't use. Command model Laika. Again, one of my favorite units. I wouldn't have my profile picture on this account be ML Laika if I didn't like the Laika series, Laika units. It's just rough that her S3 doesn't strip, and sleep can be a big problem against like Sharuns and stuff like that. I love her, but I wish her S3 stripped. Iseria, PvE, Landy, she's on counter. I don't use her because Knackle exists, but maybe I'll use her. Giselle, don't use her. Vivian, PvE, Destina, she's just not. There's better healers out there now. She used to be good. Her heyday is over. There's just better healers out there. She's too slow. She cycles too slowly. She procs Celine with everything she does. Sululu, she's also very good, but she gets dumpstered by Polly, who's everywhere. Sea Phantom Politis. She just gets hard-bodied by Solly, so you just don't see her if Solly's there, because she can't do anything. Rowana, she's missing a boot. Why are you missing a boot? Where's your boot? Darling, where's your boot? Honey, where are my boots? I think it's defense set. Yeah, here you go. Take your boot back. She's only there to beat Knackle, or help against Knackle, but otherwise unusable. Sharun, she's not as useful anymore, now that DDR is kind of not in the meta, but she's still alright every now and then, does good Venom. She's just kind of slow on the Venom stacking, which is why DDR is the better option. Camilla, I think she's good now. I don't use her, though. General Purgus, don't use. LHC with her new skin, and my favorite expression from her. She hasn't changed much. She's full damage. Again, she has to be in the right situation. She's not good against Knackle. Haste kills her. She just can sometimes be a liability. She triggers Celine, which isn't great. She's still good, but she's a lot less used than she was before. LQC, I don't use her, but maybe I should more. She's just slow. But what can you do? Number 2 unit that definitely helped me win this season, ATywin. So my ATywin is a very specific build for me. I have him at just 20k HP, which might seem low, but he is specifically there to bait Goliath. It usually does about 10 to 11k. And he's on Aureus. If I have like Laia as well, he'll make sure that Laia doesn't die to Goliath's S3. And then I have mine almost pure effectiveness, 233 speed, because stunning and defense breaking everybody without immunity is very, very, very good. So I'm excited to use him more. He is definitely a standout unit on my account, and a standout unit in this meta. He is also a Sagittarius, and I have an affinity for every Sagittarius because I am one as well. Not that it means anything, but I just like Sagittarius. He's an archer. Bellion, mine is counter on 3F. She's just meant to be a pain, have some effect resistance, just be a general nuisance. She does proc Genoa, which is bad, but what can you do? Dragon Bride Senya. I've been very happy with mine. I used her a good bit this season. She does stop a lot of units from doing their thing. Especially if you put like Karina behind her. Then if they go into Dragon Bride Senya, they'll trigger Karina, and if they go into Karina, they'll trigger Senya, and it's a great time. Mine's on Adamant, and that has saved me a lot of times, boy. A lot of times. Cutting crit damage by 16% is actually massive. Goliaths haven't killed. Strays haven't killed. Stuff like that. It's so good. I don't know if you can hear my cat. Keep purring. You're so loud. You probably just hear the music. Next up, Ilanov. I'm excited to use her. Mine's on Crown of Glory because just to, do AoEs. I'm trying this build out as a damage dealer with her S3. Hopefully it does work. We'll see. I tried to use her once in RTA. I played one game today because I need a break. Used her in one game and she got banned, so I don't know what she does quite yet. But she looks dope as hell. Don't use her. Don't use him. Hate her. Have her built. She's gonna be banned forever because so many people rely on her RNG to win the game, and mine sucks. Not so far as like the build, but mine does nothing. She sits there and she dies, and that is all she does. She gets crit, she sits there and she dies. That's her life. So she doesn't get to play. Arwell still built, just not as good as she used to be, which is kind of okay. She had her time in the sun. Aiden, she'll never dodge, but she's still there. Spez, I could probably do him more often since I do like ATywin and other units that's stun at the moment. I could use him more. I'll probably use him more this season because he's fun. He's just a fun unit. He kills things real good. Spirit Eye Celine, a little niche as well, but hopefully I'll get to use her this season. There's a lot of non-crit damage stuff going around, so she's not great. There's 3F, there's Rocket Power Punch, there's pretty much most control units. There's Blood Moon Haste, who's S1. If he strips the immortality, she's dead, and there's nothing she can do about it. But she's not bad. She's still not bad though. Tempest, don't use her. Alencia, mine is like a bulky damage dealer. She doesn't see much play because, again, she's very niche with what she does. She stops counters, and that's it. Flitica, I didn't use her at all this season because I gave her gear to Pyra, and then Pyra disappointed me immensely, so Flitica got her gear back. This is like the 18th time I've re-geared Flitica, but now she's on Guiding Light instead of Elegite Candle, so that's fun. AOL, hater. Half of her gear is gone. Good, deserved. Architect Laika used to be the core of Strays and Laika comps at the end when people were slow, but now everybody is fast. And she just doesn't do enough. She needs her S2 to really do things, but it triggers Celine, triggers Soul Consultation. This is an issue. Sage Ball, I've come to the conclusion that he's worse into cleave and better into aggro. Because with cleave, they just stigma him with Ron, and then he can't do anything. Ever. Which is unfortunate. But he's still good. He still does his job, just not as good as I wish he was better into cleave instead of just aggro. But Silverblade Armantha, don't use her. Solitaria, I gave mine more effectiveness instead of ER. Haven't gotten to use her too much. I lost a lot of speed changing her gear around, so she's kind of okay. Maybe we'll see more of her. Who knows? Sylvan Sage Vivian, what do you have a thing? Are you giving me Moligors, or do you just want me to use? Oh my god, I haven't. Don't look at me. I've been using this woman without having her damage all the way up. That's why she seems so low powered. God, I'm dumb. SSV is pretty good now with her buff, to make her immune from debuffs when she has 3 or more focus. Just be wary of Solitus since she's everywhere. She does kill her a lot. But yeah, she's pretty good now. Very happy with her. DJB, I have mine geared. He can go into Solitus. Yeah, I prefer other options, but he's still good. His barrier invert can work against haste, and can blind. So he's pretty alright, but not as much as I. My next unit, Sharun. The one who I pitied on the custom mystics. She has been a godsend. With everybody spamming DDR, she has been an absolute godsend. she's so good. She kills SSV if she has Cascade buff, and everybody else has Cascade buff. She stuns pretty much everybody with her 200 effectiveness because of her artifact. This is a strong lady. I highly recommend getting her if you have the opportunity. She is very good, especially since every single person is picking DDR. Even not picking DDR, she still gets a lot of value. She defense breaks Soul Weavers, and that's so good. Hey, that Blood Moon Haste you're having trouble with, now he's defense broken. Now you can Soul Burn him and stun him. And you don't have to worry about effectiveness. You just have to worry about 15%. But everything worries about 15%. She is probably... She is absolutely top 3 of Celine, ATywin, and Sharun are the 3 units that I don't think, if I didn't have them or didn't utilize them in the way that I did, I wouldn't have gotten to Emperor. Highly, highly, highly recommend this lady. Very good. Infinite Acades. She's good. I see her around a lot. She's just a bit difficult because more often than not, they'll pick more than one debuffer. So if they debuff you once, you go, you cleanse everything, and then they debuff you again, you're just dead. You're just dead. I find her a little bit awkward with her cutting, but that doesn't mean she's bad. She sees some play, which is more than 0 play. Maid Chloe, don't use her. Moon Bunny, another one of my favorites. She is always good. Attack buff, push, barrier, cleanse with Doctor's Bag. Wonderful unit. Cute as a button. Love her. Love her to bits. Ruel, don't use her. Apocalypse Ravi, wish she was better. Maybe she'll get her heyday again, but she's fine. I guess I can change her artifact since I'm not doing like a damage build or an ER build anymore. I don't even know what to put her on though. Snow Crystal, yeah, no. I'll figure that out later. Ass Cat, don't use him. Cat, don't use her. The Chaos Sect Axe, all of his gear just went to Ilanov, actually, so rip. Designer a little bit. She's still okay against debuffs, but she just Knockwall dumpsters her. Solly dumpsters her. Everyone dumpsters her. She's just in a difficult spot, but she's not bad. I think she just needs a little bit of help to get where she needs to go. Inferno Kawazu. I used him like once against the Knackle and he didn't kill, so I cried, and then I never used him again. Katie Clarissa, she's been seeing a resurgence with a disgusting dual attack Knackle build, but I don't play like that. I have her built just in case. I should probably try to use her because she's cute and a cat, but we'll see. LCB, she hasn't been touched. Still the same build I've always had. Moderately bulky, pretty fast, good damage, A+ unit. Ken, it's a Ken. It looks like a Ken, it hits like a Ken, and it quacks like a Ken. Mediator Carrick, I still haven't built. He's a middling. He's middling. There's better attack buffers, there's better cleansers. He's fine. Strays, I slowed him down. He doesn't do as much damage. I don't use him all that often anymore. He's just kind of a liability nowadays. Still hot though, so that's got him going. Shu, I have mine built on ER now because I am a sheep. 180 effect res. I don't want to put Bastion on her because Proof of Valor just always seems more helpful at preventing damage. And 180 is usually enough to not get debuffed by a good majority of things. So I like where she's at. Very good unit. Injury needs a counter though. FCC, I don't even know who this is. Pilus, don't know who this is. Arbiter Vildred, a very good last pick every now and then. He does a lot of damage, provided Alexa's basket procs, which it does not. So, but yeah, he's got abs, so that's nice. Acoli, don't use. Blood Baron Corinne. I might use her every now and then. I don't have ER because I don't care, but her new EE is kind of busted. We'll see more of her. Penelope, I have her geared. She was just PvE. Remnant Violet. He got a buff. His evasion is now innate, but he still doesn't dodge. Wanda. One day you'll be back, Wanda. One day. Bryceria. The EE was great. I still don't use her all that often. There's not enough. I have better debuffers, and there's not enough evasion units in the meta to really warrant her. Opsig, don't use her. Pirate Captain Flan, good debuffer. It's hard to fit her in a squad, but she still does good work. Sea Phantom Politis, she is absurdly good. I do not use her, though. Absurdly good, don't use her. But you will fight many of these. So have fun and good luck. I usually use Celine. Ainz is a meme. Archdemon Shadow, I moved over to Effect Res and gave her Ainz's artifact because it gets her up to 180 F-Res. And yeah, she's fine. I should use her more. Don't use her. Don't use him. Stene, there's too much AoE, but every now and then I get to use her, and that feels like the appropriate amount of Stene usage in a team, so I'm fine with that. Zio, good as ever, but again, he gets outspeed by pretty much everything, even though he's 254 speed. With the 20% CR push, he gets outsped by literally everything, which is sad. Inos, do not use her. She is sticking her tongue out, though. DDR, this busted MFer, so good. The amount of times that I have cut with Soul Consultation and been able to sleep everybody before they got to do anything is just so funny, and it tickles me immensely. He's very good. He's a happy plague doctor, which is wonderful for him. Go off king, I think the kids would say. Shooting Star. Yep. Sinji, don't use. And I think that is everybody that I care about and that I use. Again, top 3 units for me. Dragon Bride Sharun. I cannot recommend her enough. Defense breaking Soul Weavers and Knights is so strong. And the Cascade buff, making sure that nobody goes to sleep with DDR on the field, is crazy good. ATywin, one of my favorite Knights at the moment. His control elements with Provoke on S1, Defense Break, and Stun on S3 is so good. Hold on, now I need to check all of my molas. Okay. Okay, he's molded properly. Great. And last, certainly not least, Celine. She is so good. She's so good. Definitely worth the 800 plus games I played with her and the 53% win rate that she had. Those are my top 3 units on my account at the moment. But I hope to see you all later. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for supporting me while I molded and got very angry to get to Emperor, but I got there now, so I can chill out, I can relax, and I can look at everything a lot more fun now. But I'll still get upset just for you guys to give you the entertainment value. But thank you for watching. I hope all of you have a wonderful day, night, evening, dusk, dawn, etc. Love you.